We're going to go ahead and start.
Okay. All right. Governor, we've done a lot of talking in the last couple of weeks about the budgets. Are you surprised to see the legislature moving forward with this bare bone, no revenue budget so far into the session?
Well, I am surprised, but I believe that hopefully they will change their mind. And we'll see what happens. Obviously, I could not tolerate that. I would reject that, and I would veto that. But we'll see what happens. We have presented a very fair budget. We need to raise $541 billion, and that's what we expect.
If the legislature puts together a package that's dependent on gambling to close the gap, will you veto that?
First, I'd have to study that. Let me say this, gambling is not the answer. The answer is my fair package of $541 billion made up of, I think, fair taxes that can be passed. Gambling will not solve the problem because none of that money will come in by October the 1st. We need $541 billion October the 1st.
You said you were hopeful about where your package is in the House. Like, what specifically, or what developments are making you hopeful about that?
Well, I see some movement in the House, and I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased with the leadership. And I believe that the members of the House right now recognize the need. They recognize there is a deficit, and we're going to have to fill that. And I do believe that they feel that should be taken care of with moving some growth dollars over to the general fund. They understand that. Now, I'll have to wait and see what is passed, but I do see some movement, and I've been very encouraged with that over the last week.
Governor, you mentioned some programs, for instance, dealing with hospitals and also the prisons, especially the prisons. There's been some movement in terms of prison reform. Have you been keeping eyes and taps on that, sir?
The prison reform bill, which hopefully will pass, unless we have the money available. That $541 million, we won't have enough money to implement that.
Talk to possibility of special session. Do you anticipate that being the realistic outcome this year?
Well, I hope not. I hope that we will get this solved over the next 12 days or so of the session. And, hope springs eternal, as I always say. And I believe that there's a possibility that we could get it solved before the end of the session.
Governor, you said you're the only one that can negotiate a compact with the 4th Streets. I think there's been some disagreement about that one. Do you have any intention of doing that?
I have no intention of doing anything with gambling, with negotiations with the Porch Creek Indians. I have no intention of doing anything until we get $541 million.
Thank you, guys.
One more question, it's different subject. The 2-year college bill that would create the new board, it's close to passing. Are you a proponent of that, or what would be the most important thing that would be?
I am very much in favor of that. We are ready to submit the names of board members so that they can be confirmed by the Senate. So as soon as that bill passes, I will sign it and submit those names immediately and give the Senate time to confirm or reject any of those names that I submit.
This session?
This session.
And once again, a special session, if need be, July.
Oh, I said the 4th of July. That's just to kind of get people stirred up a little. I don't know when it would be, but we will do special sessions if needed. Hopefully it won't be needed.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.